And so you got to ask yourselves, why are they showing you this woman and not the videos of women being shot with 50 cals for target practice entertainment at 2,000 yards away, as described by newspapers like the London Guardian, London Telegraph, in front of British reporters? U.S. Marines with 50 cals shot a woman with a 3-year-old holding her hand walking down the desert path, and just made a bet in front of them about, I bet I can blow her effing head off, and then did it. It was described in the paper by the newspaper people attacked the Marines and said, what's your problem? And the Marines screamed, we'll kill more effing little children. We love it. And it described the devil tattoos and everything on them. I mean, this is evil. And the reporters had souls and were like, you just blew that woman's head off like she was a watermelon you bought at the store. And, you know, shot with a 30-06 to watch it shatter. Or like a milk jug full of water. When I was a kid growing up, we used to go down to the farm. My dad would put a little gasoline in a milk carton, stick a rag in it, light it, and shoot it. Boom, you know. Having a little fun with a milk carton. No, let's do it with a woman with a 3-year-old she's holding by the hand. This is confirmed. Oh, but you're not going to want to hear about that. You want to hear about this so you can then hate the Iranians and go in there and blow that country back to kingdom come, just like Serbia, just like Iraq. Anybody tries to build their own country, that's a first world nation, 65% urbanized. Tehran looks like New York City in the mountains. It's gorgeous. Go look at it. But see, they got to have their water fluoridated. They got to eat GMO. They got to have that light. They look like people in old photos from the 30s and 40s that have that light in their eyes, that are awake and alive. You look at Americans, it's like, because we're drugged out. We're entertained out. We don't have that spark, folks. They're in Serbia now. They fluoridated their water. Oh, we invaded just to do this because we care about you. You're not going to complain anymore after this. Drink up. You understand how diabolical this is? Let's go ahead and read you some of this. I'm going to play the video. Iran fury as YouTube screens last moments of woman shot dead at Democratic rally. See, they're using Twitter, which they admit the CIA was pushing these Twitters out day one. John Bolton's bragging about it. I had Dr. Paul Craig Roberts on for 45 minutes, former Wall Street Journal editor, syndicated columnist, as he went through all the admissions. The White House admits, Bush and Obama, they're running these covert ops at destabilization. Now, the kids have been oppressed. There is oppression there, like any government. I'm not defending it. The issue is this is a false revolution. And these kids don't understand they don't intend the revolution to win. It is meant to make Iran look bad in the American people and British people's eyes and Europeans' eyes, so there can be a bombardment of Iran using mini nukes that Israel says they're getting ready to do. Remember Jerome Corsi? I want to get back on about this. Like, let's say, that guy's all hooked up into this stuff. And he's like, suddenly about a year ago, oh, I don't want to attack Iran now, Alex. He had been back when that was the Bush policy. Then he shifts to, oh, no, we need to fund their revolution because the Iranian people don't like their government, which a lot of them, it's true. But the issue is the globalists don't have something good in mind for Iran. They have something bad in mind. Dehumanization, destruction of their infrastructure. So, going over this story, Iran furious YouTube screens last moments of woman shot dead at democracy rally. An Iranian woman looks up at the camera as she lies dying on the streets of Tehran after Saturday's Democratic protest. Blood starts to pour from her mouth and her nose. Yeah, she gets hit in the heart. Aorta's blowing. It's going into her lungs. It's horrible. And boy, you can tell. She's been hit. She's realizing, oh my God. And just her eyes just blaze with life force. It's just like a sun when it's about to burn out. First gets real bright, or a light bulb. When it's about to burn out, it gets real bright. The universe is all the same. Just like her eyes go like, I'm young. I wanted to have kids. I wanted to live. And they go, she's dead. I mean, it's very touching. Yeah, you can't fake that. Now, when they bombard Iran, there's little kids laying dead everywhere. And there's dead women all over the place. And there's people screaming and crying. You're not going to see it on the news. You're just going to see boom, boom, as buildings are blowing up. Pull up Shock and Awe. Pull up the 2003 bombardment of Baghdad for folks. You're going to get to sit back and pop beer. And bastards kill that girl. And you're going to sit there while people are dying by the hundreds every time one of those 2,000-pound bombs goes off. And the United States government, hijacked by the foreign bankers, admits on record that they're funding four Al-Qaeda groups inside Iran, which is Shiite, the opposite group of Islam, to destabilize them. Blowing up mosques, bombing school buses, killing whole mosques full of people, whole blown to bits. Oh, but that's on Iranian TV. That's not on TV here. And our criminal government admits they're doing it. Like, do something, Iran. Do something. Do something. We're going to nuke you. Oh, you won't fight back. We're going to fund a revolution.
Do you understand how dark it is? How far down the line we are? How late it is?
I haven't even gotten into the North Korea situation. New World Order's moving on all fronts. They're moving here domestically, saying all protest is terror. That's another thing. You see this poor woman get killed. I've got lots of footage of cops beating Americans and British to death and shooting you with rubber bullets and killing you. And footage of cops shooting Americans handcuffed in the back and then not getting in trouble. Remember this? Woman dies after head injury sustained after Red Sox win. Talk about a way of spinning it. We could play the video of this. Cops walk up, shoot her at less than 10 feet in the face. She comes walking out of a bar, journalism student, no criminal record. And the cop, maybe we should pull that up, shoots her right in the face with a rubber bullet shotgun. He knows you're not supposed to shoot you any more than 35, 40 feet, depending on the load. I mean, they know that kills people. He didn't care. He shot her. Her eye went back in her brain. She died. Now, you're not going to see that. She died in minutes. You're not going to see, up-close video footage. The police fought to not release their own internal video. I never saw that. I saw chopper video of him like 10 feet away shooting her right in the face. I mean, right in the face. She comes walking out. He thinks it's a video game. He wants to have some fun tonight. He's bored in this stormtrooper outfit. You die, lady. Now, are we going to have a foreign government bombard the entire United States because they killed this woman? Again, we don't know who shot this woman in the chest, but we know at these rallies, if you pull back with the footage, they're burning cars, burning buildings, moving up, attacking and beating the police to death. The police are going to shoot you. It's going to happen. And again, that's the facts here, is that they want to go bombard Iran and not show you all the dead kids, but they want to show you this woman dying. Bottom line, the CIA is using a power structure split in Iran as a pretext to then demonize the country worldwide to make it look like a popular revolution so they can launch military strikes on them. The committee of experts can kick anybody off the ballot they want. And so they allow you to run for president. That means they've already selected you. So they let the people choose from who they choose, kind of like what we have here with the big banks owning both parties. Just a little bit more of the illusion. And this guy that supposedly said he won, he announced that he'd won hours before the polls even closed. Classic CIA op. Remember, the CIA and MI6 overthrew Iran in 1953. The pro-West Mohammad Mossadegh, just because he wouldn't give them all the oil money, he wanted to modernize the country. They used radical Muslims to do that, then bait and switch, put the Shah in. The Shah's son is running around wanting to go take back over at the press club. It's on CNN. It's just disgusting lies about oppression when his dad killed hundreds and hundreds of thousands by torture under CIA command. I mean, it's just hypocritical. Don't call yourselves the good guys, and don't say you're the good guys. The people running our country, the New World Order running our country, want to destroy our liberties and freedoms, and they'll treat us just like the Iranians if they can get away with it. Okay, our common enemy is the New World Order. Does that mean I love all the mullahs? No. Kim Jong-il's another subject. Pure evil. Just as evil as the globalists, just not as smart, not over as big a kingdom. It certainly is a war on for your mind, going back to your phone calls, and I'm going to get into what's happening in the Korean Peninsula, not just Iran, and the larger chessboard. We've talked about Iran the last 30 minutes or so. Now I'm going to get into what's happening in Korea. And this ship that's going to be intercepted by the John McCain Sr., or I guess John McCain II, the father of John McCain, the senator, the recent Republican presidential candidate, going to intercept the ship. And North Korea says, if you mess with our ship, we're going to launch nuclear weapons. And their history is they may do it. And then the globalists don't have to stage a terror attack. Kim Jong-il will fire a nuke at Hawaii. I mean, there's no end to it. They're just poking the psychopath who's dying of cancer and had strokes, about to transfer power to his 23-year-old son. Another example of governments, of communists, of, hereditary power, just the corruption. I'm telling you, in 50 years, if this continues in the U.S. this bad, we'll have kings. I mean, that's what they do. That's what they set up.